you guys notice that in Indonesia there is a big drama about the dance signal thingy, talking about basically genre music. You know what's the topic about, right? Media call it, it's like a trash culture.
Yeah, I would say it's broken or...
It's just, I feel like it's very limiting.
Well, how do you feel so far living in Indonesia as a DJ?
People think it's easy, but it's not. We say first thing first, and this is a message for all the bules who are listening to us today. Get your...
Yo, kembali lagi bareng gua Jayjax di Doms DJ Talks. Kembali lagi di konten yang telah lama ini akhirnya muncul lagi ya. Kita undang tamu spesial kali ini itu bersama bule-bule guys. Jadi kalian nonton nanti pakai subtitle ya. Di sini bakal seru banget karena kita bakal bahas dari perspektif orang bule. Here we go DJ Talks. Tapi sebelum lanjut ya, kalian bisa like, subscribe, komen, dan terutama gua juga baru buka Jayjax Masterclass. Kalau kalian pengen belajar DJ dengan murah, gampang, pertama kali di Indonesia, terkeren. Bisa dipelajari di mana aja, tidak harus pakai alat DJ, bisa di HP dan bisa pakai laptop. Langsung saja ke Dom Station DJ. So langsung saja kita di sini bersama Bullo, Lenn, and Bullo. Yeah, how you guys going? Apa kabar? What?
I'm sorry, it's Valymo.
Valymo, okay, yeah. So this is actually how many times we met? Well, we met before, but not really talk much. But we met in Bali, right?
It was noisy. It was a Bliss. We were seeing
Bliss and
Brady,
Shishi,
and in Shishi also we met.
Yeah. So I already know Lenn and Bullo. Kalian udah tahu ya pasti Lenn sama Bullo sering sama gua. But so what's your stage name?
Valymo.
Valymo. And your real name?
Valentin. And the mo stands for Morel.
Okay, agak susah ya guys ya. Where you come from actually? From your accent, I think you're from France.
From France.
From France,
exactly.
So as you guys know, Lenn is from Belanda and Bullo is from Australia. So yeah, how are you guys today? All good?
Good.
Excited.
Back from seeing Linkin Park yesterday.
Oh, Linkin Park event in where is it in di mana sih? Expo ya?
Stadium.
Stadium,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw from my friend's story. It's actually fun. So yeah, how long have you stay in Indonesia?
It's been 2 years. I arrived in Bali and came a few times to Jakarta also. I had the chance to visit Indonesia also last year for a tour that we did to promote a song raised on Barong family. I had the chance to go to Bengkulu, Yogyakarta, Malang, Batu, and many cities. That was very impressive to see all the different landscape of the country and how the people are very nice over there. And the food, very great, of course.
So, for a note, I'm gonna ask a lot to Valymo first because people already know about you guys. So, but there is gonna be a topic that we're going to talk about. And it's gonna be really fun. So, I want to know you better first because I know them already. So you come to Indonesia just the first time it was just only for visit or because you have a work like tour with right now you're working with Barong?
Actually, I was living in Asia quite a long time. I was in Vietnam for 3 years, and I had the chance to visit many countries for the tours and stuff. And after this little moment between 20 and 2022, if you see what I'm talking about, I was back in France, and when I had the chance to come back to Asia, we decided with a friend to try Indonesia. And over there, I was seduced actually by the fact that the country is very attracted by rock music and metal music, which is something I haven't found in the countries around. And this is why I decided also to stay there because I was feeling comfortable with this. The fact that the people are liking the music like that.
Okay, so but where are you staying now? Are you staying in Bali?
In Bali.
In Bali. Same with you guys, right? The first time you guys going to Bali. But you guys already know Valymo before?
Same like every bule, right?
Yeah, every bule starts in Bali. But mostly ya, jadi semuanya rata-rata datang langsung ke Bali and then now you guys are staying in Jakarta, right? So how long has we stay in Jakarta already? Like just for vacation, or there's another?
Oh, we arrived 2 days ago,
Okay.
and I'm super happy to meet you guys today.
Mhm.
And we are actually here also for meeting DJ Soda on Thursday, that I released a song with. So as she's in Indonesia, we decided to organize a meeting, go to see her.
Oh, you're going to release a song with her?
It's already released.
Oh, it's already released.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's named Don't Give Up, and it's released on the label that I'm A&R for, Denaku Records. And yeah,
Oh, Den Haku, is that the same record label as Brett?
exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Brett is
I
releasing
see,
with
I
us
see.
also, yeah.
Like what do you do now is in Indonesia? Like are you like working as a residency in Bali or just like other than DJ, what are you doing basically now?
Yeah, absolutely. Working as a resident DJ. I'm so living in Bali and working there as a regular DJ for the club number 29 in the world, Shishi, where we deliver. I call it like a festival experience, playing in the main room. So when the people come, we go from tech house to art techno, sometimes art style, bass house. We go by many genres, and we offer to people to have like the experience of a festival with the smokes and stuff, taking the mic, jumping on stage, interacting with the people.
Yeah, like Shishi Club is just always hectic. Like
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not a like really big, but like their scenes is always. I always go to Shishi, like quite a lot when I go to Bali. It's one of the best places to go, right, for a clubbing. It's a club, but you get like this festival experience. Like,
Is it your favorite club?
one of my favorite clubs. There is a lot of good clubs in Bali, like Atlas and so. But yeah, I always go with my friends sometimes because. Yeah, we actually always go to the Halloween's club, but when we're bored, we'll also go to other clubs to experience something different. It's always fun. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys, like, how is it to be a DJ in Indonesia? Anyone can want to say something? Let's make it like simple explanation. How do you feel so far living in Indonesia as a DJ?
People think it's easy, but it's not. We say first thing first. And this is a message for all the bules who are listening to us today. Get your kitas. Get your kitas.
It's a big problem for you when you're not
This is the first
doing it
step.
correctly.
Yeah, and after, I would say it's also a matter of how you interact and your network also, of course. You cannot just arrive here in Indonesia and ask, I am a good DJ, can I play, something like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to understand the scene also, of course, to know what is the main genre being played in the clubs, and eventually start to talk with the local scene, hang out, not in a way of being interested, but more to understand the scene and to see what eventually the people are gonna wait from you when you are playing on stage in the clubs.
How about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like
Same?
Like so many people think like, yeah, you can just go to Bali and DJ, but they don't even know what a kitas is for a start, right? Like, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, basically summed it up.
And it's also what's your ambition.
Yeah,
Because like if you go to Bali and I want to DJ, then Bali is so different compared to the rest of
100%.
Indonesia already, right?
Yeah.
So
It's true. The scene.
yeah, like what
the
do
scene.
you actually want yourself? Do you
Yeah.
want to be like just have fun, play on Bali, then you're sort of stick to this sound if you want to have a career in Indonesia or Asia in general?
yeah,
You
you
gotta
have like a
explore-
good
you gotta
understanding
explore-
of what
yeah.
people actually want
You
to
gotta
listen
explore
to.
the markets first because it's very different compared to
Yeah.
Europe.
If you stay only in Bali, you're gonna end up playing deep house. Mainly.
Afro house, tech house.
Exactly.
Yeah, like as you know, you guys, Indonesia is big, but Bali is it's a place for bule. I get it, but if you go out in Indonesia, do you guys play other than the Bali's genre? I'll call it. That's it. I'm curious. Also with you guys, what do you play other than your how do you say your own song or genre? Like you know that in Indonesia is the commercial market. They still stick with this culture of like in the bounce. Right now it's very big. Like, do you sometimes combine that, play like some of Bounce songs to get the crowd reaction, or just stick with your own style?
Very interesting. I had to add some songs of Bounce, of course. I remember that I was playing at I think it was your remix of Big Room Never Dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This
Jayjax
was,
never dies.
Jayjax Never Dies, exactly. And I was digging some songs of Indo Bounce, but I also wanted to surprise the people a bit and add some of the rock songs from Indonesia. For example, we ended the show in Yogyakarta with a mashup I did of Sheila on Seven. The song, if I can say, is Melompat.
Melompat lebih tinggi. Yeah,
this
okay,
one,
yeah, I know that
yeah,
song.
yeah. Mixed with drum and bass, and the people were quite surprised, and I kind of like mosh pit on it.
So, how about you?
Yeah, same. We actually fully adapted to the market.
So it's like 80%
like
Indo bounce and
70% is Indo bounce at the moment if we
Well,
play
it
it.
depends where you play. I
Also
guess.
depends on the venue, but yeah, we literally make like a lot of music and edits in how we would like to do it in our way, but it still has that Indo bounce vibe. So we adapted a lot.
So like you guys are trying to, you know, balance things to grab like the Indonesian market and also still stick with your character as like your
exactly.
music.
Like try to do like a mixture of it. Still have your own identity in there, but also adapt to the market because obviously it's the most popular genre.
It's like a deal. You know the crowd. Some people gonna expect you to play something different, but some of them they are coming to hear the genre that they know the most, which is trending, like Indo Bounce. So it's like a deal. You play one track of Indo Bounce. Some people are happy. After you play one of your tracks, a remix or a mashup that you did, and they're gonna be like, okay, cool, and then you bounce back to Indo Bounce, something like that.
We're talking about the scenes itself. Like I wanna know. This is a fun talk actually. You guys notice that in Indonesia there is a big drama. I think like it's not even a month ago. Like a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, about the dance signal thingy, talking about basically genre music. You know what's the topic about, right?
Yeah.
You already know what's the basic
yeah.
topic about. So they're talking that the scenes in Jakarta is dead because of like what we talk, like the Asia culture. They love to sit. They don't appreciate the music. They just want to hear the music that is viral on TikTok, and they call it this media call it it's like a trash culture where they are expecting. They want Indonesia to be like other countries other than Asia, like, you know, people enjoying the music, people appreciate the music more. Like, what do you? I'm curious. Is there a thing like in your country that is like this drama, like this topic, like where you hate one, let's say one or two genre that is very big, or like certain culture that is now in the top and people just hating it? It's like the same situation. Is there also a thing happening like that?
Well, I don't know actually. Like every country has its own genres, right? And at some certain times, a certain genre is popular, and it isn't necessarily trash. It's just what people like majority at the moment. So, yeah, I wouldn't say it's broken or.
It's just, I feel like it's very limiting. No.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's maybe people are their vision is maybe this because this is all they hear on social media, and that's also what they expect in the club. But yeah, if that's the case, then focus on the social media, right? Like that's how you reach people nowadays.
Maybe the problem with the trends, there's going to be always some people criticizing the trends, but I see some people were also praising the fact that Anima, for example, was playing in Jakarta Warehouse project, but people should not forget, for those who's criticizing trending genre, that Anima is also a product from TikTok, because itself it has the visuals. This is what the people share on social medias. So I think maybe the main part of the problem is TikTok itself. Is this platform leading the people to listen to one genre. Meanwhile, there is a lot to discover. So in some way, it can also be an open door. It can be a door to discover some new genres, some sub-genres, digging a bit what the other DJs are doing, and discover some stuff. But yeah, if the first thing you see on TikTok is this, maybe people don't have time to dig more about what is being done.
But yeah, the fun thing is TikTok is like data driven, right?
Yeah,
So it shows a video what you actually like the most. And
Exactly. Yeah.
so apparently people like the anima visuals at this time the most. Apparently people like Indobounce, because that works on TikTok as well pretty well, the most. So it's crazy how deep it goes.
So it's actually comebacks. It's your own fault because it's chosen by ourselves, right? Like maybe that's the question. Is that also a thing in your country? Let's say, well, I don't know. This is for example, but let's say, techno. It's right now. It's so big. This music is boring. How is it so trash? Everyone is playing techno. Why are we not going back to like progressive house or something? Is there also that drama, or like is it the same? Like there's always gonna be people like that.
Always.
So there's no difference. It's not only Indonesia, maybe like that in your country.
There is different scenes also. For example, in France, what I was a bit disappointed about is that there is only two kind of scene: the mainstream one or the underground one. And as my artist project, I consider myself being in the between. And for that, there is not really a scene. There is some, but it's very small, which could be interesting also, but it's complicated to evolve then as an artist if you stick to only like the very, very small scenes. So I think eventually there is a place for these genres in festivals also. This is where you can find like a more large crowd, and where you can stand out. But in France, there's definitely this kind of thing, like the underground, the mainstream, and in between, if you have a chance, you can eventually go to a festival. You can play in a festival, but it's very, very hard.
Yeah, well, like you said before, it depends on your ambition. Like being in Indonesia, if you want to play regularly and do that, then like you're playing the Indo bounce then, right? So it depends what you want to do.
So like I see, like there is actually all struggle is the same as a DJ. No matter what you're in Indonesia, in your own country, it's basically all the same struggle with this industry.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, you're somehow dependent on the market at that time.
Yeah, so like basically make your own thing based on the trend, but something unique by yourself, right? Something like it's from you. Just maybe you can learn something about like what's trending now and make it by your own ideas, something like that.
Yeah,
put your own sauce. Your own sauce. Like you have a vision about music, right? And you know this is popular in this country, so combine those together, and then you get something.
Yeah, something fresh. I think maybe this is what Vishnu Santika did during his show in DVP. He has took the song of Cartel or Salah and he mixed it with
some techno,
melodic
stuff.
techno. Yeah, that's interesting, and I think this is what we can call educating people, maybe. In that way.
It's giving them something new, also something familiar they're like comfortable with, and then showing something new at the drop, and then like, hey, this is also possible. You never know if they're gonna like it, but at least you try something different. And if you, at a certain time, you see it sticks, then you kind of make a new genre.
So, I want to know your perspective. What do you think needs to be? Well, I'm not saying. I don't know. Let's say, what do you think what needs to be fixed or can get better in the maybe music scenes or DJ scenes in Indonesia?
The quality of edits getting put out online, and I think it's a very low quality standard. Like a club standard at the moment is like, very questionable actually.
Like what do you mean by like?
Like production standard,
sound wise,
of what people are playing live. Like I feel like at the moment, anyone can just like whip up an edit, play it, and it's like acceptable even if it's not production. Like if the production isn't
you mean
at a level
the
like
quality of the sound, if they rip from YouTube, for example, something like that.
Nowadays, everyone, well, I think Indonesian scenes of electronic is getting actually better. Like I think it's from COVID, like 2020, where now Indonesian electronic scene is actually quite big than before, where a lot of DJs are like a lot of newcomer DJs too. A lot of people want to be a DJ, but a lot of people also trying to make music, like what you said. But well, I'm not saying all of it, but a lot of mostly are not trying to do something unique and creative. Like mostly are copying each other and something like that. That's also, I mean, Indonesians dance scenes is very big. We have a lot of clubs here, so there's a lot of chance to educate the people, right? Okay, like I want to ask you, do you prefer to choose idealist or realist?
I think in the beginning I was idealist DJ, and I don't want to talk for everyone, but I think we all been idealist DJs in the beginning, and after we become more like realist DJ. Idealist, you see Avicii playing, you see all your favorite DJs playing, and that's great. But after the time, you realize how hard it can be, the challenge, and you learn a lot, and then you become more like a realist DJ. I consider myself as a realist DJ today because I see that what works is actually not anymore trying to defend your profile, but it's to offer a service, like a kind of service. Like for example, we are talking about like playing more rock in the shows. So I created a pack which is compiling rock music, like the most famous tracks, mixed with EDM, and I distribute it on Hypedit to invite the other DJ to play it. And I was surprised to see that it had quite a big success. We did like #1 in like few days, and we decided to make a second one, which also ended up #1. And this is where I realized with the friends that I was working for this, that people are actually now seeking for a service. They want you to offer something that's gonna be useful for them, and this is how they gonna like follow you, basically. That's my opinion about that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you have to find that happy medium, right? Like, you have your idea of what you think you want to do and how you think it's going to be, and then you do it. Because, like, I'm sure we're all the same, right? You just start DJing for fun at the start. It's like a side hustle, and then you do it, and you're like, all right, this is a reality. This is my career now. This is my income.
Yeah.
So you have to adapt and try and find that, happy medium of being original and people pleasing, and somewhere in the middle, like to make it work as a something like that.
Same with you?
Yeah,
Lenny?
kind of agree. Like, obviously, when you start your idealist, then you have like a vision, but that's pretty unrealistic actually. Only 1 or 2% of the people who start as a
Because
DJ
we all realize that being idealist is hard.
It's
right?
hard, and it's not for everybody. You kind of have to be lucky as well. Like Avicii, Martin Garrix, like they're the 1%, the 2% that can be an idealist, and everything works for them, right? Somehow. But like it's better to be a realist, because then you have a better chance of succeeding in this industry, because it's hard, and there's so many factors you have to keep in mind that you have to work on. Yeah. So it's better to be realistic and somehow adapt to the market, what's happening at the moment. But still, you can be an idealist in the back of your head and do your own twist to it, but you have to keep the market in mind, otherwise you have no business.
Yeah.
Or do both, have like an alias of like...
True.
Yeah.
Finding the
a lot
balance.
Of people do that, like, so
having
then they
an
can
alias.
express themselves fully as the artist they want to be, and then still can maintain something. But it depends what your ambitions are.
It's good to be an idealist though, because that's what you keep in the scene. Because if you're not an idealist, you don't love it that much maybe. You're just in there for the money. Because we all do this because we like make music, playing music, producing music, right? So I think everybody's an idealist, but somehow you have to realize that you're a realist as well. Yeah, if you... but everybody needs to make a living, right?
Exactly.
Like, if you can't survive, then what's the point?
It is how it is, you know, the industry works. Appreciate guys, jadi mereka dari luar negeri datang ke Indonesia, itu maksud gue appreciate-nya itu struggle-nya itu gila. Lu bayangin kalau gua dilempar ke, gua pernah sih ngerasain. So I've been actually like experienced the same thing like you. Like I've been to Netherlands just for study a year, but it's also like a struggle for me. But you also need a connection. You have to hustle. That's why I started to play a DJ. I was not getting paid at first because like a community, right? By the time I got offer, blah blah blah, it was good. But yeah, I have to go back because I couldn't stay like more than a year in Netherlands. So yeah, I know how hard it is to actually start everything, especially in this industry. I'm curious, who is the first DJ, like your inspiration? You be starting become a DJ. You want to start? I want to start actually. My inspiration is actually from your country. Very famous DJ.
Let me guess. Are there two or only one?
Let's say just one. Well, yeah, one. It's very famous.
Is it David Guetta?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought DJ Snake, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, DJ Snake is pretty new. Well, the first time I think it was like in 2000. I'm not sure, 14 or 13.
A long time already.
Yeah, like this. My dad loves to play this David Guetta music, and I like look up him. Like he's from France and stuff. Like I think he's like the pioneer of like this EDM with house music.
Commercial
Pop
EDM.
house. How do we call it? But he's like the pioneer, right?
Commercial EDM.
Yeah,
like
commercial
dance
EDM
music,
with the
mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can tell he was, but if I can bounce
Punk.
back, a bit back in time, there was like two people that really influenced the market, not only in France but like worldwide, and it's Daft Punk, of course.
Daft Punk, yeah.
And by this after, they were like creating, I think, what was maybe like the golden age of the electronic music in France. It's when they created this French touch, which was a bit disco, and which is like coming back in France at the moment, by the way, with dark disco and stuff like that. And there is Indonesian talent, like Saida, for example, who is sometimes playing in France, and he's playing like dark disco and stuff. And I see like more and more the scene is willing to go back to these roots, like a cycle.
Yeah, I see. Well, follow-up question, like what is actually now big? Like I know the scene, we talk about this, right? I know the scenes in Netherlands and Australia, but I'm curious, what is like the biggest hits, like in genre-wise, in France right now? Like what is happening there?
Oh, the biggest hits now in France, they listen a lot of techno, indeed.
Same thing, like
yeah, we had, for example, Creed's Push Up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think about the most, if I remember the most recent one, the most viral one was this song, kind of fast, and it's a French guy. A lot of people are listening to more fast music, like
dark and fast music.
Yeah, kind of dark. Yeah, I can say so. Yeah.
So the back to the question. So who's inspiring you to be like, oh, I want to be a DJ?
Daft Punk.
Daft
Punk. Yeah. My first album was Daft Punk, and after I was inspired actually by, for example, Skrillex or Tiesto, Chami. For those who know, I had a chance to, in some way, collaborate with all of them by working and releasing on their label. So that helped me to get even more inspired and being more involved into what I was doing at that time. But definitely my main influence is house music, I can tell you.
House music, I see. How about you guys?
Hardwell.
Yeah,
because
when Dutch boss.
the Dutch boss cool. But because when I turned 18, I went to this festival with my friends in Holland, and I knew from dance music, but wasn't necessarily I want to be a DJ or a producer. I knew from it. I went to the festival, and he was closing that festival, and I was like, holy.
You can swear.
Yeah, this is cool. Like his. What I liked about Hardwell as well, like his MCing, how he
everything.
How he grabs the crowd, like this energy.
We saw him taking the mic recently in a video.
Why you got angry?
The festival in
Romania. But it was like more like his whole show, his whole vibe. And obviously, I loved the music he was playing, like proper main stage music. Big Room was popular back then, and just like how he MC'd and how he got the crowd.
Like his presence.
I was like, damn, this is cool.
Yeah, for
But
me,
yeah.
I think same as every other young Aussie male, Will Sparks.
Rules bar.
Yeah. Yeah, same as Lenn, I guess. Just out partying when you're young, right? And then I saw him one time, like Will Sparks. And then, I don't know, something shifted in me. I was like, all right, yeah, same sort of thing with your experience. Like, how can he do that? And like, how is he making the sounds and things like that? Because, yeah, I didn't know how they did it either. Like, yeah, like everyone thinks like DJing, you're doing it live, right? As in like making the music or
yeah.
remix live.
We just mix
So,
the song.
Yeah. So yeah, that's for me.
Like I also do, like, do you also make like communities here, like especially in Bali? Like you have another, like your own community. Like for example, I have a community with my boys. It's called the Package Collective, and it's a community about Indo bounce. Do you also have such thing, maybe?
At the moment, I focus on music
Oh, so you just
first,
go
and
with your
if the people like it and want to join and make a community, let's see later. But first, music matter first. Yeah.
Okay, I see. That's nice. That's nice. How about you, boys?
Working on a lot of new music. Yeah,
Well-
that's actually basically what we're doing. Yeah, we have an upcoming tour together.
Oh yeah, tour.
Yeah, last
Yeah, us.
last week we shoot a lot of content for a new single with female artist in Indonesia.
But we just delayed that.
Yeah,
Maybe,
we're gonna postpone it a little bit because of fasting month as well. Like the timing is not right.
Collaboration also with the Indonesian artists.
Yeah, yeah. And besides that, making a lot of content, put out edits, new music. This year it's all about releasing a lot of music actually, and sort of finding your own sound and style.
Nice.
And make TikTok videos.
TikTok videos. Yeah, I mean this is also a thing. TikTok is not a bad thing, but what I learned is like all DJs right now, we live in like this year. You know that social media is very big, right? That's like I think also it's very important to make contents like in your own way, no matter what.
So
like
important.
because it's a free promotion too. Because like social media is very important, right? To promote yourself, anything, make content, yeah, whatever. Like with your music.
It's so important. Like you can reach so many people with it, and also whether you like it or not, it also is an indication of people actually like your stuff. If you don't get many plays, maybe people don't like your stuff.
But I'm curious, you as an A&R, do you also sometimes, like when you scroll TikTok and you found out, oh, okay, I want to sign this guy, like you've done that before?
Yeah.
Like you found a guy from TikTok, and suddenly, oh shit, he's making some good music.
Yeah, it happened. I remember about one artist. His name is Aurelios, and he's making mashups, and he's explaining how he is doing it in a very, very quick, short video. The quality is super good, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of DJs that are playing his stuff. And I was seeing this content, and this gave me the idea of contacting him and asking, do you have some songs actually that you want to send for our label? And I was seeing that he doesn't have like a hit, he doesn't have a hit, a proper song that he wants to put in front. So this is where my job stands for, is to find these people being very talented, and who maybe doesn't have a hit song or a lot of exposure, and trying to ask them if they want to sign on the label to eventually bring a track to more audience.
Well, yeah, it's a fun talk with you guys. I think that's it, the end of our podcast. I wanna do this. Okay. Give from each of you. Give words, like simple words, to the people outside who's watching. What do you want to say to them?
In what kind of context?
Yeah, what context?
Up to you as a DJ. Let's say as a DJ, because
Okay.
this is the DJ talks. So what is your, maybe you want to give advice or some words?
Okay. Stay passionate, stay creative, be unique, have fun, stay healthy. Important. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
a
have fun.
Good summary.
How about you? You want to give some words?
Drink water, get your guitars.
Yes.
Especially for the bullets.
For the bullets.
Yeah.
No, more seriously, yeah, I think never give up. never give up. I don't give up. Like my song being released 2 weeks ago. Oh my god! But it's really important to continue pushing and to try to find your own sound, your own identity, in order to stand out in this amazing but very hard industry.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think on the back of that, you need a good support system around you, people you can trust and rely on as well a bit. And yeah, basically they summed it up well.
What about you, Mr.?
What about you, Mr.?
How about me? Don't forget to subscribe and always watch our next content. By the way, thank you for coming to Dom's Talks, DJ Talks. It's fun, it's a pleasure to meet you guys, especially you. So yeah, Domus Mania, thank you udah nonton. Cabut, sampai bertemu di episode selanjutnya.
Yeah.